Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Armando. You hear it in every intro of these videos. I just wanted to make this video real quick. I mean, my green screen's still up, and you can see the lighting is a little bit weird. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put something up in the green screen. I'm trying to keep this video as raw as possible. I'm trying to say as detailed as possible, but not too detailed. But yeah, there may be some cuts or edits here, maybe because I want to put a picture in or two, but that's about it, not much. So basically, I just wanted to talk to you about what happened since I posted my last video before the one I just posted. I believe that was Moon Night in May of 2016. So basically, not getting too much into my life, but giving you just enough. I used to go out with this person for about 2 years, and we made a choice to make a change in our lives. We packed our stuff because we're originally from the Bay Area. I mean, heck, you could tell by my Muni Transformer shirt. I'm from San Francisco. And we came down here to San Diego. It was great for the first couple of months, but I guess, it wasn't really meant to be. We went our separate ways. For a long while, I wasn't myself. I found a job, and a job that didn't pay well. The hours weren't really that great, and I didn't really get to interact with much people. Honestly, for the first 6-7 months going through all that and working that job, I really regretted doing that change. On top of that is my laptop that I used to use before for the videos in 2016 broke. I ran out of the antivirus and I had to use it for a while. So the day I decided to turn it on, after months of moving down here, it started overheating on me. I tried to take it to Best Buy. I tried to see what they could do and help me out. Honestly, they said they can help me, but it's going to cost me more just to get my computer working again than it is to buy a new computer. But at that time, I had no money. I had enough money to pay the rent and barely enough for food. So I didn't have money to spend on things that I liked or that I wanted. Due to that, it actually really... Oh, there's my phone. Due to that, it actually really... What do you call it? It really impacted me in a negative way. I enjoyed making these videos for not only for the heck of it, but because I really enjoy comic books, and I wanted to do it because it made me feel good, and knowing that other people out there who share the same interest, the same love for comics that I do are out there. That's what really motivated me. All you guys really got me to do it on a weekly basis, and honestly, even though my views and my subscribers aren't that much, that's not really what worries me, or what my concern better said. It's really putting out content out for anybody who stumbles on this channel and likes what they see to enjoy and have a good time, have little debates here and there in the comments. I always love reading them, even though I don't have much, but yeah, So, I remember the day after Christmas in 2016 is when I quit that job. I quit it because I absolutely did not like it, and I had nothing stable lined up after that. I honestly didn't know what to do. Unfortunately, I had to sell my guitars, my Yamaha, that cost me about $300, my BC Rich, which is the one that actually impacted me the most. I mean, I sold my acoustic, my Yamaha acoustic. I sold my amps. I sold my other guitar. But the one that hit me the most is actually having to sell my BC Rich Warlock, which was the first guitar I ever wanted when I first started playing when I was 14. And all the way to when I graduated high school when I was 18, my mother remembered all those years what I wanted, and she got it for me as a present. I'm not going to lie, I shed a few tears because of that, but I needed the money for rent. That's how much I was struggling at that point. I actually managed to get another job, which down here in San Diego, I don't know where any of you guys are from. If you want to tell me. But if you guys have any major train systems, you notice that in those train systems, you have police. You have BART PD, you have LA, you have the Metropolitan Police there in Los Angeles and all over the USA and everything. Well, down here in San Diego, I believe this was the only major transit system that did not have their own police. Instead, they had security and state officers. I worked as security down there for a while, and honestly, at the beginning, I never knew what to think. I didn't know what to think. I knew security, our core is to observe and report, but that was a different type of security. We had a little more liberty than other security officers did, within still staying of our, within still, while still staying within our limits. Honestly, I grew to love that job, and I don't know why, but when working graveyard alone for the patrol driving job for my first job, I hated it, and it was only 8 hours work. Technically 7, because we were given an hour of unpaid break, but all in all, the shift together was 8 hours, and that was it. This one was 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, even though we can walk in whenever we want to get overtime, which was actually really great. Not only just because of the money, but because I got to meet new people every day. New people came in, new people like left. Either way, every day was new to me. Nothing ever felt repetitive or anything like that. I really loved it. I was a station officer. I was a train officer. I was a partner for state officers to make sure to provide protection and everything. Also, I was actually, well, it wasn't really a promotion. I took it as kind of a little promotion to be a mobile patrol driver. I never had to stay in one spot. I never had to ride the trains. I got to drive everywhere, drive to different stations, drive to different calls and everything. And honestly, I loved it. And the part of it that I loved the most was that we actually got to work close with law enforcement. SDPD, El Cajon PD, Chula Vista, National City, San Diego Sheriffs, etc., etc. All these different types of law enforcement. I actually helped out a few fugitive recovery agents while working as a transit system security officer, or TSS for short. It was actually one of the best jobs I ever had. And I mean, this is coming from a guy who, when I lived back in San Francisco, I was a bank officer, a bank security officer. I just needed to work 7 hours, 8 hours on Mondays and Fridays, and I made bank. I made a good amount of money for working 37 hours a week, and it just, I never struggled up there. And down here, even though I struggled a good amount, I had a job that honestly I loved for the longest time. Unfortunately, after a year and a half of working with transit, meeting new people, getting to know people out there in the public, and actually, making a lot of bonds and ties with people, I was let go. I came one day from the blue, and honestly, I didn't know what to think. That was last month when July barely started, but now I'm back up on my feet. I got a new job. Not really gonna go in depth with that one, but basically, I started working as a transit system security officer back in mid-January of 2017, and a lot of people that I met down there, very few of them actually really enjoyed comics, and very, very, very few of them I actually got shared with what I do on YouTube, or better said, what I did, which was working on Armando Comics, which was making videos for you guys. But every single person that I told, they told me the same thing. Do it again, man. Do it. And it's like, you want to do that? Do it. Nothing should be stopping you. And those words hit me. And, unfortunately, at that point, my laptop was busted. A lot of my stuff were lost. A lot of the copies for the Armando Comics already up, minus the Captain Britain and this one, were gone. So those on my channel are the only ones that I have, the edited and polished versions. But back in July of 2017, I actually managed to get myself a new laptop. I saved my money, which was great for working that job, because oh my god, the OT, I was making money. I was able to pay my rent, pay my bills, and actually go out and have fun finally, which is actually what turned my opinion around about San Diego around. I met so many people, and I made so many friendships, and I honestly got to the point already where I don't regret. I really don't regret moving down here. yes, I still have my hard and difficult moments and everything, you know, and I feel like, you know, I'm fighting things myself. But in the end of the day, there's a couple of friendships that I made down here that absolutely I wouldn't replace for anything in the world. And I'm just really glad I moved down here. It's a new experience. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever moved out of your house or still living at home, which is fine. But for those who have moved out or those thinking about moving out, I think we could all agree that you could have everything planned out, everything, you know, organized, have a good amount of backup money and everything, but nothing ever truly prepares you for moving out on your own, or moving out from where you're comfortable at, or especially moving out from your family. It's difficult, and you're going to struggle a lot. But what you do, how you take care of your business, is what defines you as a person. And also, when you move somewhere else, probably live somewhere else in the city, or somewhere else in the county where you're at, or maybe a different county altogether, or state, or a country, I don't know. Move to space. You'll find that what you experience or what you go through really starts to define who you are. And that's how it is for me. I mean, I'm not super young, but I'm still pretty young. I thought I had myself figured out, but it wasn't until I moved down here to San Diego where I just truly saw what I am capable of, what I'm willing of doing and everything. And honestly, I found exactly what I want to do, and I'm happy for it. I really am. I love it. And you know, I have goals, I have ambition, I have the desire to move on with my life and everything. And part of moving forward with my life is doing something that I love, which is why when I bought my computer back in July, immediately started working on these videos again. The thing is, I had to buy the editing software again. I had to buy everything that I needed, the antivirus, everything, you know, just to make sure everything was okay. Yeah, I was set. But the thing is, you know, I don't know if you guys experience this, I'm pretty sure, but whenever stuff starts going really well, something always happens to bring it down. And that's what happened to me over. Things could just move up and everything. Then at one point, it just goes dive bombing. And things that you had planned, things that were you saving up for, or things that you were anticipating and planning for months on end and everything, just gone, you know. Plans change, things don't work out the way you planned them to work out, and yeah, it beats you down mentally and emotionally. But it's at that point you have to pick yourself up and be like, well, I was up there once, I can get up there again. And you keep going. And that's what happened to me once I bought my laptop. I was planning for videos and everything, but then life happened and setbacks were made, and never got to it. And even when I got let go from my job last month, even though I had a lot of time, because, you know, I was struggling finding a job, I barely even paid rent. I don't know, that desire to make videos wasn't there. And I don't know. But this past week, despite being one of the most stressful weeks I've had in a long time, I knew that I deserved to have a little happiness. And something that made me happy was not only working out, not only playing music, not only playing video games, not only skating, it was making videos. And that's exactly what I did. I got up early, I washed up, I changed a little bit, I made myself a great breakfast, I worked out, I watched some TV, I talked to my friends, you know, and then I started planning for this video, and that's why I made it, and that's why I'm making this one. So sorry, I keep looking outside, you know, but yeah. I've been getting back into the things that I used to love to do and everything, and honestly, it's like, I hope things get better real soon, but I'm going to do the best I can to make things better, and I'm going to do my best to get to my regular routine again. I love playing music, I love skating, and I love playing video games. But the thing that I love the most is making videos for all you guys. Well, I'm sorry about the lighting, and I'm sorry about the whack green screen. I'm not even sure how it's going to appear once I edit both videos, or the first one basically about Cat in Britain. But I'm going to do my very best to make the lighting just 100% again. I mean, it wasn't the best when I was living back home with my family in SF, but it was, I would feel it was a little bit better than this one. I had natural lighting, to be honest, but I think the worst lighting that I've had ever was when I did the Moon Knight one, and that was very towards the end. You could tell like things got kind of darker and like a little fizzy places here and there and everything. Hopefully it doesn't happen on this one, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm back up. I'm starting to get back up on my feet again. Oh, let me say that again. I'm starting to get back up on my feet again, and just start pumping out more content for you guys. Like I said, it's something that makes me happy, and if it makes me happy, I kind of want to share that with people. Just remember, guys. Life happens. You're gonna face hard times, especially if those hard times are due to your own decisions. But it's up to you to figure out how you deal with them. It's up to you to figure out the solutions and what you as a person are willing to do to fix them. Your actions define who you are as a person, who your character is, and no one can take that away from you. So keep your head up, everybody. I'm keeping my head up, and just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching these videos, and honestly, you enjoying what I pump out is enough for me. If you guys have any suggestions how I could better everything and anything like that, lighting, sound, camera placement, whatever, just leave it in the comments below. Just let me know. I'll take all your advice, all your suggestions into consideration. I'll try it all out, and I'll figure out which one's best. But thank you, everybody. Again, this is Mono Comics, your host Armando Ortega, and thank you very much for taking this time to just hear me out. Hear me out. I can't talk today. I don't know why. But all right, guys. Later.